and just look at the flames, you would think, wow, there is really something going on in California. I mean, the pictures aren't good, but context is everything, isn't it? Let's give you the update. Trump's border czar is threatening to now arrest a sitting governor, this time Governor Gavin Newsom. California Governor Newsom is firing back too after Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, threatening to arrest him over immigration unrest. Watch this.
Has been here 10 years. The fear, the horror, the hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I don't give a damn, but I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So Tom, arrest me. Let's go.
Okay. I don't want to make light of it, but there you have the governor of California, perfect hair, that, stereotypical perfect jawline, looking like perhaps a Hollywood superhero and acting like one. Bring it on. We've had enough of your nonsense, and I'm going to stand with the truth. Paraphrasing, but I think that's what the governor meant. Newsom said Sunday the state will sue the Trump administration over what he called an illegal and provocative deployment of the National Guard to Los Angeles. This comes after former ICE director and Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, threatened the arrest of elected officials, including Newsom himself, for allegedly interfering with immigration enforcement operations. Now, we should pause again because there's just no evidence of that. In fact, I watched an interview with Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. She was wrapped up in this too. I just got off the phone with Homan and we had a courteous call. And yet he's inventing these facts or taking the position of if this happens, but kind of indicating it kind of is going on when it's not. They're not interfering. They're not tripping up the National Guard. They're not tripping up Marines who shouldn't be there in the first place and are not allowed. We got to put allowed in quotes these days because who knows what, even if the Constitution says it, Trump will be allowed to get away with here. Now, videos, right? It's not all pretty. Some of it looks very ugly, okay? But let's not pretend that this is everywhere. It probably should be. And I'm not talking about the violence. I'm talking about people taking to the streets. But the videos showed protesters, both peaceful protest and, some chaos in Los Angeles. In return, police used flashbangs, tear gas, non-lethal rounds. I mean, you want to talk about a police force that has the goods and the stockpiles. That's LAPD, okay? And the sheriff out there too. They got enough to handle anyone, okay? We know they have the artillery, if you will. And yeah, we saw masses of people. We did see some cop cars on fire. Again, it ain't all pretty. Democracy never is, and we don't condone these pictures or this violence. That ain't what you want to do because it just plays right into their hands. Doesn't mean they weren't going to make it up anyway. Lena Blackstar, our friends, reporting during the turmoil, a rubber bullet struck a reporter from Australia, leaving her badly bruised. By Sunday night, authorities had arrested dozens and declared downtown Los Angeles an unlawful assembly zone. She is not the only reporter having been struck by a rubber bullet. And just keep her picture up because I watched the footage of this event and over her right shoulder, it appeared, we don't know, it probably takes some kind of forensic person to give us the trajectory, but it appeared that there was an aim and a fire. That's all I'm going to say. If you find the video and you tell me what you see, but that's what I saw. It's, clearly a reporter. She goes down, she's hurt, it hurts, ridiculous. But hey, sometimes things happen. You just find that video and you tell me what you think. Toby Canham of the New York Post was documenting the protesters and California Highway Patrol officers Sunday evening when an officer turned and fired at him roughly 100 yards away. So, look, if your aim is not that good, I don't know if you should be firing anything at crowds or otherwise, if I'm to believe that this was an accident. I tend to believe certain journalists, okay? And because the pictures don't lie. Yesterday, 700 Marines mobilized to support thousands of National Guard troops President Trump sent to the city of Los Angeles. Support them how? I know Hegseth wants them to be able to have arrest powers. That's not what the Marines are supposed to do. They're not even supposed to touch a weapon, take up arms against your own people. It's looking more and more like North Korea. I mean, that's what would happen there. There can be no dissent against the dictator or king. Marines are there. There's reports that they don't even have accommodations to sleep because, of course, this was sudden and unnecessary. Governor Gavin Newsom did not ask for this. Mayor Bass did not ask for this because it's not necessary. California Governor Gavin Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass have criticized the move over which state attorney general, Rob Bonta, has sued the Trump administration, as we said. Last time a president federalized the state National Guard over the objections of its governor was all the way back in 1965. Lyndon Johnson did it, invoking the Insurrection Act to protect civil rights marchers in Alabama. Thank you, President Lyndon Johnson. Alabama, okay? One of those pockets of segregation today, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. We know it from history. You don't need the Southern accent. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. You know, it's just such gaslighting, this woman and other members of the administration and their outright propaganda. It's covert narcissism at its best, where you just want to control people, so you just say anything. And it's impossible to answer these people, to interview these people, to do anything. Because like covert narcissists, they just say crazy things. How long have you been a prostitute? What are you talking about? I've never been a prostitute one day. Now I'm answering whether I was a prostitute or not when there's no evidence of this. It's crazy. But that's what mass covert narcissism does. And she is perhaps the poster child of it. She's declared Los Angeles a city of criminals. Watch Kristi in action.
Has allowed her city to be completely devastated with crime. And now she's holding press conferences talking about the fact that people have the right to peacefully protest and that they're a city of immigrants. Well, they're not a city of immigrants. They're a city of criminals because she has protected them for so many years.
Okay, well, I happen to know some people out there. They're not criminals. They're good people who have a right to freedom of speech. There are people who, some of them were fully awake all along. Others are waking up saying, hold on, but damn it, I'm not going to put up with this. This is not the America that I know. So we're going to speak out, Kristi. But if you speak out, you're a criminal. She said it. CNN national correspondent Jason Carroll narrated his interaction with police in Los Angeles on Monday night. Let's watch Mr. Carroll.
Some of the demonstrators backed up in this corner over here that you see here, Laura. And some of the demonstrators at that point tried to leave. And the LAPD said, no, that time has come and that time has gone. Not only are they not allowing the demonstrators to leave, they're not allowing press to leave either, Laura. We are all boxed in this area together. They are telling everyone here that they are going to be detained for failure to disperse. So.
Now, doesn't that sound dumb? And you could say, well, Sharon, you've never been, law enforcement. Have you trained? Have you gone through the academy? No, but I still call dumb dumber than dumb. Do you want chaos on the streets of Los Angeles? Or do you want to use common sense, right? And I'm not suggesting that this thing was ever out of control. Pockets of it, sure. But overall, no. And so now you're holding people because you want to extend what you are deeming as chaotic. And here we're talking about LAPD. You want to hold people, including the press, because the time has passed. It's just stupid. I need to depend on law enforcement if I'm the mayor or the chief to make wise decisions. Doesn't that sound stupid? But hey, maybe that's what we're doing. And maybe that's why you should not have militarized local police forces, city police forces. And you certainly shouldn't call in the National Guard unless the governor says, you know what, we could use some backup here. I got it. I'm making a formal request. And you really, I mean, the Marines are supposedly the ones who are first in, last out, right? The few, the proud, the Marines, like this is the creme de la creme, the fighting machine that America can rely on to hold the line and to protect us by any means necessary, almost. They shouldn't be there. But hey, Constitution, what Constitution? It's only a piece of paper, unless it's enforced, right? It's just a piece of paper. Court, highest court in the land, has been captured. Congress is asleep at the wheel with Mike Johnson, the speaker, saying very strange things and dodging questions from the press like, Speaker Johnson, should Governor Newsom be arrested? Well, I don't want to get into that, but he should be tarred and feathered. What are you talking about? Good Americans are about to lose Medicare. Working Americans, stop the lies. We'll just keep them going.